we should set up a meeting with the chief of police to look at that. I know there's an item on the agenda that addresses a 50-mile-an-hour school zone, 25-mile-an-hour school zone. So that item is on the agenda, but they're looking at a possible safety concern with our students walking to Kiki Camarena Junior High School, where there are no sidewalks, there is no infrastructure. On rainy days, it floods out there, and it causes somewhat of havoc with the students. But there is an item on the agenda that discusses the speed zone to this effect. But I did discuss it, and I told him that I would get in touch with Chief Nujar and possibly look at Caltrans to see what's out there for a route to school, basically.
We can have an item on the agenda with,
When we have the item, let's bring back, there's two projects I think that are along that corridor that had to put in infrastructure and the widening of the streets when they get developed, but they're not developed yet. So we can have maybe planning and building, if development services give us those requirements and those particular projects so that we know what they had to put in. I remember there was a group of people here that they were all going to buy these homes and condos and they were going to get built.
Who owns the corporate?
Building, yeah.
It may be referred to somebody else, and it's all coming. But he's like,
But I think there's an area, I'm not sure, but I think it's behind the Meadows area. I guess they should walk. Is that what that is? They should walk behind the subdivision on the way to school. Thank you.
Next gentleman is Francisco Rashid, petition to grant El Casino bus and tourist bus permits in the parking lot east of Orthopedic Clinic.
Could you get that for me, please?
People Radford, 721 Rocket, Mayor, City Councilman, City Manager. Well, this is a petition to reinstate the permit east of on the parking lot east of the Orthopedic Clinic. Here in downtown on First and Eber. Okay, 60 buses, more or less. I don't know. I think Jim, the chief, knows how many permits are added out. But I think the Border Patrol was complaining about people jumping and mixing in with several people there that work and everything else. The thing is that it has taken away from our walk traffic that goes downtown when they're coming back from the field. And it also affects in the morning. And people say, well, how does it affect you in the morning? Well, I opened up the store, which I had to close because my sales went from $700, $800 to $800 in the morning. And on my first street business, well, doing $1,200 in the morning, it went down to $900 because people are rushing to get 5 blocks down, 6 blocks down. And there is no facility for the incentives, which is on, I think it's Harold behind the old, by the railroad tracks and everything else. And there's no place for them, a lot of places to go to the bathroom or anything else. They just have maybe Dornet Avenue or Picos, which I don't think has any restroom facilities. But anyway, what it's really hurting is hurting downtown. And this is just a sample. This I took from 2 o'clock in the afternoon to do the signatures from people downtown to reinstate the permits for the people for the buses downtown, which is taking a very heavy economic toll. A lot of people, of all of the people I visited from 2 o'clock to about 5:45 this afternoon, after the sign, only one person refused to sign the petition, and that was for the simple reason that he's leaving Calexico to discuss with downtown. And we're hurting business tremendously. And if I had more time, I'd probably get most of the people downtown to agree that this is hurting business downtown. Most of the reason was that there is a lot of trash being generated there. Well, there's only one trash can. As part of the trash generated, we speak also to the foreman and the bus drivers to make sure that the people pick up the trash and everything else. But we also have to provide them with trash cans. And I think the economic result of this is that we're losing people downtown. But they get on the other side of the Calexico Imperial, and they get dropped off over there, and they turn, they go directly to Mexicali. They're not going to walk 4 or 5 blocks more to get down to downtown Calexico. So when they're coming back across First Street and Second Street, where they go to 99 Cent Store or anything else, then they leave money here in Calexico. And we lost all that walk traffic and everybody's complaining. I know what Jim did, well, that was something that somebody that's been going on the agenda for a while. It's not his fault, he's just exercising what the city asked him to do.
Well, at this point, I think we have to bring it back as an item. We can't discuss it because it's just a public comment period. So if you'd like us to put it on the agenda, we can put it on the agenda. We'll have to talk to our chief and talk to our colleagues at the CBP and the downtown port there. I don't know if this is something maybe that could be brought through the bid, once the committee starts talking. So, as a formal request by the bid to put on the agenda, but at this point, I just give direction to meet with our staff to try to get some feeler for this and when we can put it on.
And then I guess ratified as a resolution, if all the way.
We have to reinstate the permitting stuff, so. If you need, do you need any of that back? Mark, do you need any of that back?
No, it's just to show you what the people are. And most of the people out, like that said, right from 2 o'clock to about 5:40 this afternoon. They are taking down the things and everybody's pressing.
Right, that's the original copy, so when do you want to save it? And make some copies
So
of it.
I can walk downstairs, go down again and get more.
Oh, you can.
So, let's try to find some resolution. Being that there are no other public comments, any other public comments? Okay, moving on to general comments by council members. Do we have any brief comments?
Real briefly, I've been receiving information on the Asian citrus silent. I guess that insect that can affect the citrus trees. I don't know if the city is bound to do anything or if there's anything that we can do. I know that agriculture is a big part of our industry here in the Clear Valley, and I think we should, I don't know if we adopt a resolution to support. I know that they're having meetings in several, I think in Willie Moreno, if I'm not mistaken, I read that in the handout I got. And there's also been areas in the city of Calexico where this pest has been located. So I'm not sure if the city is going to do anything or if there's anything we can do.
It's USDA and East County.
If there's anything the city can do in support of just eradicating this pest. And another thing is congratulate our new president, because hopefully a new era of good hope. Mr. Obama. Yeah, of course. And I see Mr. Santillan there wearing the shirt there with the new president, Martin Luther King. And finally, I have an item here that I've been requested by a concerned citizen with regard to a redevelopment item dated October 20th, 1993. It was a public investment agreement. I'm not sure if Julia can find that out, but I've been emailing Roslyn with regard to upgrading some of our recreational facilities that are used both by the city and the school, and that there was money set aside, for example, on lighting the baseball field at Calexico High School. So I'd like to find out. I sent an email back in December, and I said that I was going to get information on that, but I have the date of the actual agreement. I don't know how you file it, but if you can, let me know what's going on, so I can get back to this citizen with the city of Calexico. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Brooks.
So we'll make 2 comments. Assembly Man Manuel Perez, I'd like to send a letter to him, or in a way of a resolution to congratulate him. As he will be our voice in Sacramento, we need to have a good relationship and contact with his office on a regular basis.